On this edition of Oxford News This Week, graduates causing a secure feeling in the area. In our Behind the Lens segment, did you say AAA? And in our last story, equine wonders. That and more on this very special edition of Oxford News This Week. Last month, the Northeast Oakland Fire Academy graduated 28 new state certified firefighters at the ceremony held at Legacy Center, the banquet room at 925 North Lapeer Road. According to the Oxford Fire Chief Matt Majestic, this fire academy is sponsored and run by members of the township and cities of Addison, Auburn Hills, Brandon, Bruce, Romeo, Clawson, Oakland, Orion, Ray, Oxford, Rochester City, Troy, White Lake. The fire departments Oxford had 4 students in the class. This year, the Oxford Fire Academy students were Gwendolyn Nitz, Tim Galenis, Nick Perrett, and Logan Blankenberg. For Addison Township's contribution to the graduates, Erica and Dean Werble, the mother and son combination there, Melissa Garrick, and Brendan Hughes, unrelated. The Fire Academy ran from January through June. Those in attendance met on Monday and Thursday evenings from 6:30 to 10:30, some Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Each department had students in the class. The class is free to the student, but does cost the departments their time and wages to assist in teaching the class. The course is managed by Lieutenant Justin Templeton of the Oxford Fire Department. According to Majestic, some of the costs are converted and covered through training funds received from the state of Michigan, the Bureau of Fire Services. As a result, for the fireworks licensing sales, each county receives funds from the state to be used for training purposes, and upon successful completion of the Fire Academy class, it provides the necessary training to be eligible for the students to take the State Michigan Firefighters Training Council firefighter certification exam. If the student passes that exam, they are then certified as a firefighter in the state of Michigan. There are other training classes and certifications that they can achieve as well during the academy. The additional certifications receiving emergency vehicle driver training, incidental command for the fire service, hazardous material training, again, also awareness and operations encouraged to be safe, which according to Majestic, the class goes to greater detail and in-depth regarding life safety initiatives. Students this year range from the ages of 18 years of age to 47 years of age, who either will become full-time firefighters or are looking to be a part-time in their community or be a volunteer paid on-call firefighter at their local fire department. Good stuff there. Feeling secure about that. Also, I do understand that when you have a strong fire department, a lot of times insurance costs on your house can actually be very reasonable as well. Hard to believe, but it is the 71st Annual Strawberry Festival that will be returning to Leonard. That'll be coming up on Saturday, the 15th of July, starting with a pancake breakfast at 8:30 in the morning to 11 at the Leonard Methodist Church and running through 10:15 with live music closing off the Elwood Street Community Festival. Packs will be there. The entire day will be loaded with fun, games, music, a parade, even a beard and mustache challenge. There will be food vendors, inflatables, a petting zoo, games, again, just about anything you can find. Also a pie eating contest. The Strawberry Festival has the Strawberry Derby races for the area youth aged 7 to 17. They ride a home-built, prefabricated or stock cars down the Elmwood Street. During they can enter the race by July 9th. For more information about the Derby rules, log on their website again, Leonard Strawberry Fest at GMA. The Addison Township Fire Department will also have, of course, their strawberry ice cream social fundraiser. Volunteers from the department will sell strawberry sundaes from about 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. For more information and the schedule of events, you can log on their website. Yes, they have a website, LeonardStrawberryFestival.com. 71st year, hard to believe. The summer of Oxford, Oakland County Sheriff Deputy Scott Rafalski brought a K-9 Deputy Oxford to the middle school. That was a summertime event Wednesday afternoon for a summer party. They had loads of fun. Visiting with the students and staff, Deputy Rafalski is one of the Oxford School Resource Officers. The Deputy Oxford lives with Deputy Rafalski, the puppy. Again, it's a mission to provide comfort and spread joy wherever he goes. Good to always see a little puppy doing some community service for the community. If you haven't been out there, I'm not sure why you haven't, because it is a very successful bid. Saturdays at Market Day. If you haven't already visited the Davis Family Market, it's a great place to be on a Saturday. Seymour Lake Park is where you want to be. Stop by and check it out. Again, plenty to see, lots to buy. The market, a family-friendly, pet-friendly, just plain fun all together, and picking up some maybe good food for that table. The market, again, is open every Saturday, will be open every Saturday, all the way through the end of October. The Davis Family Farmers Market is open again Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m., located at 2795 Seymour Lake Park. You can socialize and support local vendors. Once again, great place to celebrate and get some good food. Oxford Township Parks and Rec is seeking a public input on the 2024-2028 master plan. You can see the attached flyer here that could be made available to you. Please take the online survey at tinyurl.com/9bez. Again, that'll appear below my face here. The survey will remain open until 5 p.m. on Friday, the 21st of July. Paper copies are available again upon request at the Parks and Rec Department Administrative Office at Seymour Lake Park at 2795 Seymour Lake Park. The office is open again 9 to 5, Monday through Saturday. Any questions, they can even possibly get one to you, 248-628-1720. And it was a celebration on the water, a boat parade celebrating the lake life of the Oxford. On Saturday morning, a fun-loving group of Oxford residents held their 9th annual 4th of July boat parade on Paint and Clear Lakes. It was established back in 2015. The small but spirited parade brings together families, friends, and neighbors. Winning first place this year was Under the Sea, the boat belonging to the Meesman family. They received an Elegant Traveling Award named after Catherine Overshire, an Oxford resident who actually passed away on February 13th of 21. Pam and Gary Kosterlik had the Candy Lane boat, and that would be Kostekai. Also the Beach Bum boat, decorated and manned by the Chris and Chelsea Gala. And Matt and Nicole Sterlett came with third prize, with their 4th place trophy went to All Dogs Don't Go to Heaven. That boat belonging to Neil Toomey Family. Awards being presented at the Redaway Point, home of Peggy and the late Richard. Once again, it was a under the sea theme. Everybody had a great time out on the water, and good to see them enjoying the festivities. Governor Gretchen Whitmer recently signed into law last week, just prior to the 4-day weekend, bill making it illegal to manually use a cell phone or even mobile electronic devices while operating a vehicle in Michigan. The roads under the law, and driver cannot hold or support a phone or even other devices. There's actually 10 items that we will leave you a website below my name, below my face here. That you can download everything that is really not encouraged, and you can incur a fine. Even if the cell phone and other device is mounted on your dashboard or connected to your vehicle, built-in systems, you cannot use your hands to operate it beyond a single touch. As a result, you cannot manually do any of the following on a cell phone or other electronic devices while driving. There's a 3-tier system in place if you do get stopped, including violations that could take a 3-year period that would require a complete driving improvement course. If a crash occurs and the at-fault driver was holding or manually using a cell phone device while operating the vehicle, civil fines will also be doubled in that case. There are 3 main types of distraction: visual, taking your eyes off the road; manual, taking your hands off the wheel; and cognitive, taking your mind off the drive. Texting is the most alarming because all 3 distractions come into play. You can read the entire list again by using the website below on distracted driving. And in our Behind the Lens segment, and talking about maybe insurance, did someone say AAA? Our picture below today, Augustus Post, an original founder of the American Automobile Association Club, AAA for short. It was actually founded way back in 1905. Pictured here in his white steamer in New York City, the parade in the background. You see a house in the background. It belonged to Mark Twain. In our last story, we'll talk about equine wonders. I'll be back to close it all out. Dave Kenny has Auto Talk and Science in the news. We are a little lax on sports. We will not be having a sports area broadcast today. You again are watching Oxford News This Week on Oxford Community Television.
Hey, this is former Detroit Lion Rob Rubick and former Lapeer, Michigan school teacher. You're currently watching OCTV, Oxford Community Television. Enjoy it.
Canine Stray Rescue is Oxford's own local dog rescue. Each year they take in hundreds of dogs and bring them into suitable homes. A certified nonprofit organization, Canine Dog Rescue strives to give pound dogs a new leash on life. To donate, adopt, or even volunteer, call them at 248-628-0435 or go to their website, dogsaver.org, and click on the Canine Stray Rescue League link.
Welcome to this edition of Auto Talk. I'm Dave Kenny, and these stories are taken from Automotive News. In our first story, Ford Motor Company is recalling certain 2019 to 2020 Fusion PHEV models for loss of power and fire risks. Owners are advised not to charge their vehicles until the remedy is completed, according to a Ford filing with NHTSA. If charged, the battery engine control module might become damaged because of excessive voltage and current flow. The number of potential vehicles affected is 14,452. There have been 7 fires and 270 warranty claims, according to the filing. A remedy for the power loss and fire risk is under development. Interim letters notifying owners of the safety risk are expected to be mailed July 10th, according to the filing. We're instructing customers with 2019 and 2020 Ford Fusion Energy cars that have 30 amp-hour plug-in hybrid cell batteries do not charge their vehicles, Ford said in a statement. Until the remedy is available, lowering the battery state of charge will reduce the risk of power loss and fire around the vehicle's battery control module, which is located in the trunk. We are committed to keeping customers informed as we work to resolve this, Ford said. Through 2022, Ford reported the most U.S. recalls of any automaker, according to a partial NHTSA data. So far, in 2023, Ford leads the industry with 31 U.S. recalls covering more than 4.1 million vehicles, according to NHTSA data. In November of 2022, Ford recalled nearly 634,000 Bronco Sports and Escape crossovers, citing fire risks. In June of 2022, Ford issued a stop sale to dealers as part of its recall of nearly 50,000 Mustang Mach-E crossovers for potential power loss. And in our next story, we're still at Ford. U.S. auto safety regulators have said on June 24th that they are investigating Ford Motor Company's prior recalls of 710,000 Explorer large crossovers over power loss reports to determine if the fix is adequate. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration noted the number 2 U.S. automaker issued recalls in April of 2022 and March on Ford Explorers from the 2020 to 2022 model years to address a rear axle horizontal mounting bolt that may fracture and cause the drive shaft to disconnect. Ford said earlier its recalls were to address a disconnected drive shaft that could result in the vehicle rolling away, placed in park without the parking brake applied, increasing the risk of a crash. Ford did not immediately comment June 24th, but said in March that it was not aware of any crashes or injuries tied to the recall issue. Ford's fix is to add a software update that automatically applies the electronic service parking brake to keep the vehicle from rolling away. The agency said, adding there is no remedy to address the failed rear axle horizontal mounting bolt, which is the basis of this safety issue and is the cause of the impaired vehicle. NHTSA said it has received 2 complaints alleging a loss of power or transmission torque of the rear wheels in Explorer vehicles that had received the recall fix. One complaint told NHTSA that after getting the software update, the vehicle would randomly slam to a complete stop while driving. It happened several times with 3 different drivers, each happening at 30 to 35 miles per hour or less. Well, that goes on. Well, that's it for this edition of Auto Talk. I'm Dave Kenny. Stay tuned to Oxford Community Television.
There are those who dedicate themselves to a sense of honor, to a life of courage, and a commitment to something greater than themselves. They have always defended this nation and each other. They still do. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Canine Stray Rescue does just that. Rescue stray dogs for new families. But they need your help. Become a volunteer at Canine Stray Rescue League of Michigan. Take dogs for walks, help them socialize with others, and help them get adopted. Fill out an application and help a family add a new member today.
We all come together and stand together to serve our veterans. We invest in the latest technology.
We take the time to train the next generation of doctors and nurses. We work together to make sure we heal their bodies and their minds.
This is our mission. More than 300,000 of us working as one, together with families and loved ones. No matter where they live in this country, we'll be there.
We stand strong, united. Stand with us in caring for our veterans.
Welcome to Science in the News. I'm Dave Kenny, and this story is taken from New Scientist. Our muscle fibers can sometimes be misshapen as we age, but resistance training seems to at least partially restore them, according to a study in about 200 people. Some past research has reported misshapen muscle fibers in older people, so to investigate, Kasper Schöndenbrough at the Copenhagen University Hospital in Denmark and his colleagues looked back at samples they had taken from people's thigh muscles for previous studies. These came from about 200 people aged between 20 and 97 who were largely physically inactive, but were deemed to be healthy and free of major medical problems. The researchers gave the muscle fibers a score based on how much their cross-sectional shape deviated from a circle. Healthy muscle fibers deviate slightly because they have a pentagonal or hexagonal shape and score about 1.2 on their scale. Misshapen fibers have an elongated or squash shape with extremely askew ones scoring about 1.9. For each sample, the scores of individual fibers were averaged to get an overall measure of misshapenness. In the slow twitch muscle fibers responsible for endurance activities, there was a small and gradual increase in misshapenness with age, the team found. In the fast twitch muscles responsible for powerful movements such as lifting weights, there was a much bigger increase, rising from 1.4 around age 20 to 1.6 by age 90. The measure of misshapenness correlated with muscle performance as well or better than muscle size did, measured by the cross-sectional data of muscle fibers, says Schöndenbrough. He and his colleagues then got about 60 of the people to do at least 3 months of heavy resistance training 3 times a week. After a 5-minute cycling warm-up, the participants did between 3 and 5 sets of leg presses, leg extensions, leg curls, and 2 optional upper body exercises with up to 15 repetitions per set. Afterwards, the researchers took further muscle samples and found a decrease in misshapenness in fast twitch fibers in both younger, that's age 20 to 36, and older, age 60 to 80 volunteers. In the older group, the average score fell from around 1.5 to 1.45, for instance. The results have been posted on the bioRxiv preprint server but aren't yet peer-reviewed. The finding could help us understand more about the mechanisms through which strength increases, says Stuart Gay at the University of Glasgow in the UK. I think they've shown nicely how the shape index does change with age, he says. But on the role of this in muscle function, I am less convinced, as we cannot establish cause and effect from this study. It is already clear from numerous other studies that doing resistance training can help people maintain muscle strength as they age and has many benefits. The earlier you start, the better. But if you are in your 50s now, it would be a pretty good time to start doing something that can preserve muscle function for the remainder of your life, says Schöndenbrough. You might live 40 years more, and if the last 20 years are characterized by low muscle function, meaning you are limited in what you can do, that's going to be 20 long years. Well, that's the end of that story. That's the end of this edition of Science in the News. I'm Dave Kenny, and I think I'm going to get into a program.
I am incredibly proud to be a physician here at St. Jude, to be in a place where I know my patients are going to get the top-notch care, not only care, but also research happening 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Every single person that contributes is a part of that St. Jude family that makes that happen. Because of the research, because of all the donors, because of everyone that is really committed to the mission of St. Jude, we're giving families hope.
Your Marine Corps' way of life is to defend the American way of life. Every day, no matter where we serve, we take a stand for our nation, for each other, for us all. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Back with you on Oxford News this week. Yes, in our last story, we call it Equine Wonders. Have you ever visited a horse show? Well, you have a chance of doing that. The Oxford Township and CJ Carnacchio visited a horse show at Rattlewood Farms over the last weekend. They captured some great images of the talented riders and handsome horses demonstrating their skills and grace. The show was again presented by Matador Farm. The next one is actually slated and scheduled for Saturday, August 5th and Sunday, August 6th. Rattlewood Farms, was normally known as Red Bob Farm, is now owned by Gary Wood. Matador Farm, a boarding and training facility, is also owned by Jessica M. Fillerout. Again, looking forward to the next show coming up again August 5th and August 6th. We're going to let you take a look at some of CJ Carnacchio's pictures with some music and some of the things that they did that day at the horse show. Good stuff in there in our last story. We thank you again and thank the news gathering sources of our downtown Oxford Charter Township, Oxford Village, of the Oakland Press, Oxford Leader, the Oxford Township Facebook page. Credits going out to CJ Carnacchio. I don't know what we would do without your lens, my friend. And the Oxford Leader. Also, OCTV can be viewed on Spectrum Charter, Channel 191, Channel 99 on that AT&T UVerse system, YouTube, Rumble, Facebooks, and you can even download the Roku app on a smart TV. Watch OCTV programming. OCTV is also available to local groups for producing public service announcements. If you have a show idea, want to volunteer, give our office a call. We're always here to answer the phone call, 248-628-9658. Thanking the one and only, the guy that does it all. He makes it look good. Our producer director, Kyle Stage, videographer, Al Campbell, editor, Marissa Harushka, program coordinator, Dan Zweiss, program director, Connie Miller, and station manager, Terry Stiles. For everyone at OCTV, I'm Jim Hughes, hoping you have a safe week. I invite you back next time. And again, we will take a look at Oxford News this week.